The question he was responding to, Ruben Amorim, was about control at the club, and that answer clearly would point to discord with regard to the hierarchy at the club.
Yeah, he's not happy. It looks like there's a bit of a... It feels like, we don't know, obviously, it feels like there's a bit of a fallout between himself and of course, Jason Walcock's the director of football. And he said on numerous occasions, 2 or 3 times there, that he's the manager, not just the coach. So what that tells me is he's overseeing players coming in, he's overseeing maybe players going out, who comes to the club, who doesn't.
Or he would like to.
He would like to, but maybe that's not happened. Maybe he's been... we're in January now, the promises of maybe players coming in, maybe the goalposts have changed. And a lot of, Gary might tell you about it, but a lot of managers, they are head coaches now and they've got heads of heads doing other things. But, look at the great Sir Alex Ferguson, he managed that football club like no other. I look at maybe a Unai Emery at Aston Villa. It feels like he's got the final say in everything that comes and goes in Aston Villa, and look where they're at in the league. And also, I'd say if Man United won on Wednesday night against Burnley, they're up to 4th. And if you look at their bench in the last couple of weeks, got a bunch of kids on there. So I don't think he's doing a bad job, but it does feel there's a bit of a falling out behind the scenes, perhaps.
What do you think, as a manager sitting in that chair, his aim was? What was the end game?
Yeah, no, I think when you deliver a press conference like that, you're obviously trying to make a point. He's unhappy about something. It's very difficult for us, without knowing the inner workings at the football club and the conversations that go on, what he's unhappy with. I agree with Shay that there's not much for him to work with at the moment. If you look at that bench that Manchester United are naming, they are 5th or 6th in the league, and maybe they're not underachieving too much with what he's got available to him. So I understand his need and his want for more backing. But it is a dicey game to play when you're sat in that chair and you start to criticise people above you, maybe when it's not gone overly well for you over the last 18 months. But, he's an intelligent guy, big boy. I'm sure he knows what he's doing. And if he feels he needs to make a point in that moment, then he has every right to do so.
I guess recent example, Enzo Maresca, didn't quite work out for him, did it, when he had...
No, it goes one way or the other.
Outburst,
You normally get some support or it can end fairly abruptly.